Madalas kaming nagtitinginan ni E.S. Ralph, ganyan ba tayo? Ganyan ba tayo nung senador tayo? Meron ba tayong ganyan na ginagawa? Hindi tayo ganyan. Paano nangyari? Tapos, narating pa tayo sa putukan. Tapos, fake pala yung putukan. Tapos, hindi ko maintindihan. Walang nangyayaring kagaya niyan nung panahon ko sa Senado. Now, for someone who is actually a fugitive from justice, na hinahanap ng pulis, na hinahanap ng Interpol, at may arrest warrant galing sa ICC, palagay ko, hindi siya dapat magbumoto. Hanggat dumating siya dun sa Senado. Kung he's willing to take the risk like he did the last time, ibang usapan yun. Basta't nandyan siya. So, it has been the long-standing tradition of the Senate is that if you are not physically present on the floor when a vote is taken, that you cannot in fact vote.
Tanghali po. Sir, on local issues po, sir. Sir, after the gun-related incident in the Senate, and then there's the walkout of the minority bloc and the alleged another Senate coup, as the president and former member of the upper chamber, how concerning is this, sir?
Very. I watched with horror that this is the Senate, that the Senate has become this. I look at my other fellow senators. Madalas kaming nagtitinginan ni E.S. Ralph, ganyan ba tayo nung senador tayo? Meron ba tayong ganyan na ginagawa? Hindi tayo ganyan. Paano nangyari? Yung Senado hindi na kagaya nung panahon natin. Dahil nagpe-personalan na eh. Naging personal, ang babaw na ng usapan. Dahil ang kwento ko nga, yun na nga kwento namin. Meron mga senador na pagka meron kami pinag-uusapan na sa trabaho, hindi kami nag-agree talaga. At saka tatayo, mag-interpolate, at saka yung interpolation talagang mabigat, at saka well-studied and no-holds-barred interpolation. Pero after pag-upo namin, magkakape naman kami, kakain kami ng magkasabay. Hindi personal. It's about work. It's not about personalities. Nagbago eh. Tapos, narating pa tayo sa putukan. Tapos, fake pala yung putukan. Tapos, hindi ko maintindihan. Walang nangyayaring kagaya niyan nung panahon ko sa Senado. Of course, the only basis for comparison that I have is the time that I was in the Senate. And I never imagined that the Senate would descend into this kind of what's happening right now. And then I was watching the comments of former SP, another colleague of ours, Senator Frank Drilon. Sabi niya, ano nangyari dito? The Senate is now sheltering fugitives from justice. How did that happen? I don't understand how a Senate is supposed to function if those are the kind of things that the Senate is embroiled in. I hope they figure it out soon. I really do.
Thank you, Mr. President. The next question. You have a follow-up question?
Yes, sir. Just one quick follow-up. Kasi, sir, there are also concerns na because of the series of cases filed to some of the senators that are part of the majority bloc, well, including Senator Amy, she said that, well, maybe the majority 13 is being targeted. Are they?
Is being?
Targeted. So,
Look,
are they targeted?
almost a year ago, ang sinabi ko sa taong bayan, kailangan malaman ng buong taong bayan ang katotohanan. At nung kami ay pinag-aaralan ng Ombudsman, ng Department of Justice, lahat ng mga aligasyon na dumating dahil sa flood control, maraming nagsasabi, bakit wala pang nangyayari? Bakit wala pang nangyayari? Bakit ang tagal ninyo? Namimili lang yata kayo kung sino yung i-prosecute ninyo. Ngayon, nandito na. At dahan-dahan lumalabas na ang katotohanan. At dahan-dahan na. At ang pinakamaganda, kung talagang may kaso, kung sila ba naman ay walang ginawang mali, ay lalabas naman yan sa pagsusuri ng paghusga. At kaya naman, eto na yung mga ang hinihingi sa amin ng tao. Alamin nyo, ilabas ninyo lahat ng katotohanan. Ito ang aking ngayong ginagawa. Hindi pa tapos ito. Patuloy pa ang investigasyon, patuloy pa ang mga pag-imbestiga at pag-aaral at sa intelligence and information gathering tungkol sa mga iba't ibang aligasyon kung kani-kanino pa. Hindi ko alam kung paano napunta na sinasabi na yung majority ngayon ang tinatarget. Dahil kung tutusin ninyo, hindi sila majority noon. So, that does not apply. It was because of the allegations that were made and the investigations that were conducted upon learning of those allegations against kung sino man. And kung ano man ang naging alignment sa Senado, walang kinalaman yun. Ito pa rin ang mga tao na lumabas ang mga pangalan doon sa, kung titignan ninyo, ano ang kung saan pinagbabasihan lahat itong mga ito, ay doon sa testimonya sa Blue Ribbon Committee. Doon naman lumabas lahat ito. So, binigay ng Blue Ribbon Committee sa Ombudsman at sa DOJ ang mga findings nila. Ito ang naging resulta ngayon. So, it has nothing to do with the alignment. Kung magbago yan, the alignment is different again tomorrow. Hindi, I'm not saying it will be. But if the alignments are different again in terms of the majority, paano mo sasabihin pag nagbago na naman yan? So, walang kinalaman yung majority, minority sa Senado. Ito ang dahil sa resulta ng mga investigasyon ng Blue Ribbon Committee at ang iba't ibang ahensya ng pamahalaan.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
The next question from Alexis Romero, Philippine Star.
Good afternoon, Mr. President.
Good
As a
afternoon.
former senator, what are your thoughts on the proposal to amend the Senate rules to allow online voting?
All right. As a former senator, I suppose I'm reasonably qualified. I disagree with that. I understand that we had to do it in COVID because there was a health risk. But I do not see any particularly good reason for us to allow it now. It seems to only be applicable to Senator Bato para makaboto si Senator Bato dahil nagtatago siya. Now, for someone who is actually a fugitive from justice, na hinahanap ng pulis, na hinahanap ng Interpol, at may arrest warrant galing sa ICC, palagay ko, hindi siya dapat magbumoto. Hanggat dumating siya dun sa Senado. Kung he's willing to take the risk like he did the last time, ibang usapan yun. Basta't nandyan siya. So, it has been the long-standing tradition of the Senate is that if you are not physically present on the floor when a vote is taken, that you cannot in fact vote. Again, COVID gave us a different outlook in terms because we were concerned about health and safety at that point. We do not have those concerns now about health and safety.
Okay, follow up lang, Mr. President. You touched on it slightly na, but I will ask it anyway. There are notions that the electronic voting will enable senators facing charges to evade accountability or even arrest. Do you share the same concern?
I never really thought about it in those terms. Ang para sa akin is that simple lang ang question. Dapat bang bumoto ang senador kung hindi siya sumipot? Sa akin palagay, hindi dapat. Kung talagang importante siya makaboto, dumating ka sa Senado.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. Next question from Rafi Ayeng, Daily Tribune.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. Your critics, particularly your sister, Senator Amy Marcos, are accusing you of conniving with the House of Representatives and Senate for a constitutional assembly that would extend your term via no election scenario. You already addressed this earlier, Mr. President, by means of a facial expression only. May we officially get an explanation or comment on this issue? And can you elaborate on that eye roll?
I don't know. I mean, she should fire her staffer who gave her that information. Because, you know, the fake news affects, hurts everyone. Not only those that fake news is attacking, but also those who are purveying that fake news. The purveyors of fake news are also damaged by this kind of. She should choose her sources of information better. Because the truth of the matter is, we have never at any point even spoken about this anywhere with anyone at any time. So I don't know. I mean, it is, well, that's, kayo, nasa media kayo. Alam naman ninyo ang nagiging epekto ng fake news. Yan. That's a perfect example. Fake news is a corrosive influence on all in all sectors of society, in political, in the economics, in actual human relations, etc. And if you're not part of the solution, you become part of the problem. And that is a perfect example of that.
Salamat po, Mr. President. The next question from Ivy, Billionario.
Hi, Mr. President. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sir, are you still satisfied with Secretary John Vickermuli as the ING chief, because, given the strings of fugitives of justice being able to go past law enforcement?
Yes. I don't know why that rumor went around. I think somebody wants his job. Kaya kinakalat na matatanggal na siya para siguro ang inaasahan nila sila ay mailagay. Pero wala kaming pinaplano na ganun. The only latest change in the cabinet was in Dole. Because Secretary Benny has asked to take a step back. He has some issues that he has to deal with. And so we have appointed a new cabinet secretary for Dole, which was former Senator Francis Tolentino.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Sir, just to follow up.
Okay.
Sir, just on the Senate matters po, Senator Rodante Marcoleta said that the Senate presidency of Alan Peter Cayetano is the only one without Malacanang's blessing. What can you say about that?
Malacanang doesn't give a rubber stamp to the Senate President. The Senate President is decided by the senators themselves. I mean, of course, we are aware of the goings on in the Senate because it's important to us to be well informed. But is he implying that I somehow choose the Senate President? I think you ask any senator, ask me as a former senator, I will laugh in your face because that's simply not true. Utusan mo yung senador na ito yung boboto mo. parang out of this world yata yung mga usapang ganun.
Salamat po, Mr. President. We have last two questions, Mr.
Okay.
President, from Evelyn Quiroz of Filipino Mirror.
Good afternoon, Mr. President.
Good afternoon.
Naglaps na po yung 1-year ban on losing candidates. Meron po ba tayong ina-expect na ibang appointments in the coming days?
Possibly. Kasi nga yung nagban na nga yung one year ban, naglapse na yung 1-year ban for candidates that did not make it in the last election. Marami namang magagaling dyan. I'm not talking just the senatorial candidates. Maraming iba na tumakbo for whatever position na sa palagay ko magagaling at makakapag-contribute sa pamahalaan. So don't be surprised if we get more appointments from those candidates who ran in the last election who didn't make it. Sayang naman. We have to get the best talent that we can. Yes. So yes, that's a natural progression.
Thank you, Mr. President. The last question from Ivan Mayrina, GMA7.
Good.
Mr. President, next month you will be marking your 4th year in office.
Oh my God.
At a time that many may consider a tumultuous phase in your presidency, are you going to take steps and how to turn down the political heat so that you may accomplish whatever in whatever is left in your term?
The only persons who can turn down the political heat are the people who turned up the political heat in the first place. I have never turned up the political heat. I have never attacked anyone. I have never put down anyone. I have never declared war on any political group whatsoever. All I do is work. So, those who have raised the heat, those who are making all kinds of preposterous allegations, they have increased the heat, the political heat. Only they can turn it down. Not those of us who are just working and trying to do the best job for the Filipino people. It is the people who have indulged themselves in politics for their own benefit, not for the benefit of the people, not for the benefit of the system, not for the benefit of anybody but themselves. Sila lamang ang pwedeng magbaba ng gulo na nangyayari. Hindi galing sa amin ang gulo na yan.
Might you address them directly, Mr. President? Who are you referring to?
Oh, come on, there are many. There are many, but that's the nature of politics. That's the nature of politics. It's like a legal process. It is an adversarial process in many ways, and that's what happens. It's, however, different politicians choose to exercise or to work their politics in different ways. There are two kinds of politicians in my view. Those who are actually helping and those are doing nothing but obstruction. Yung mga meron dyan obstructionist, walang ginawa kundi gusto manggulo. Lahat ng sabihin ng administrasyon mali. Walang tama. Kahit anong sabihin mo, kahit marami kang tinulungan, kahit maganda yung nagawa mo, mali lahat yan dahil kalabang kita. Those are the obstructionists. And they are not working for the Filipino people. They are working for themselves. And that's why, again, they are the ones who need to decide to lower the political temperature. Because although I don't know if they will actually do that. But if you are desirous of lowering the political temperature, you have to look at who raised the political temperature in the first place. They are the ones who can lower the political temperature.
Okay, maraming salamat po, Mr. President.